This is Roy Candy, and this is Favorite Game Friday, where we have a group of contributors with completely different tastes in gaming talking about their favorite game in the category of the week. This week we're talking all about extremely accessible games. Games that really anybody can get into that help bring people into the hobby. What is your favorite game that is extremely accessible, really easy to get to the table? And let's get to the contributors' clips.
Hey everybody, this is Strategy Wizard and
Crazy Craft,
both on YouTube. We are trying to dig down deep and find the most accessible game that we both really like. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of had a hard time with this one too. But Splendor was the obvious choice whenever I really gave it some thought, because my parents can play this. That means it's pretty darn accessible.
Yeah.
So, you know, basic, simple engine building, not much going on, poker chips that are really nice. It looks good, so people are interested just based on that, but it's also easy to teach. Perfect for accessibility to almost anybody.
Now mine is very accessible because there's actually something you can roll. It's tiny, and that is Zombie Dice. Zombie Dice is a game which I really like rolling dice, so this is perfect. You roll dice.
Push your luck.
Push your luck. It's very push your luck. And you just roll dice to see who can get 13.
the most brains
who can get
by the
the
time
most
it's all
brains.
over.
And 13 is like whenever you stop. Whoever gets 13.
First, wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are our choices for accessible games. Hope you had some good ones too.
Bye.
Hello everyone, Ben Myers here for another Favorite Game Friday episode. And today's topic is going to be accessible games, or games that you can play with a large variety of people, whether they be experienced gamers or new gamers that have never played a modern hobby board game before. And my pick is going to be the Uwe Rosenberg game, New York Zoo, where you have your own sort of zoo that you're trying to fill up with different polyomino pieces, and it's a race to fill up your zoo first. I like that it's easy to teach. It's also easy for new gamers to understand. It also has enough strategy for older gamers, and every time I've played it, whether it be with experienced gamers or new gamers, it's always come down to like the final turn or two where everyone was in it and no one was really out of the game until at the end. Happy Friday, everyone. Bye.
My favorite accessible game for sale is one you can show easier than explain. So I usually just dive right into gameplay and they pick it up as we go. I've played it once with 4 different generations in one game. I've played it on park benches and airplane tray tables. And I can't remember anyone who said they didn't love it.
Hello friends at the Dice Tower, my name's Buddy, and this is my very first contribution video for Favorite Game Friday and the Dice Tower channel. And my favorite accessible game that has made it to the table plenty of times has been Splendor. I bought this game while me and my wife were still dating. We played it with my mom and dad, and they loved it. The game is easy to set up. The components are beautiful, the poker chips and the artwork. And there's only 1 page of rules, which makes learning the game very easy.
But what about Century Spice Road? Do you like that more than Splendor?
I wouldn't have all these games if not for Splendor. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really had fun making this. And I look forward to seeing you all on the next Favorite Game Friday.
Hello, I'm Ray.
And I'm Jenny, and we're Weber Family Reviews, and our games that we can kind of teach and play with anyone. So I have Vegas Dice here, and this is one of our go-to camping games. My mother loves it, and this is so easy to teach because you're just rolling dice and putting them out. You know, you're gambling away. It's quick. It's easy. We've played this in so many places, and we can even play it outside because it's heavy enough that it won't blow away on your tables. So this is definitely one of our go-to, like, we need a group and we want to teach some people quick.
Another one of ours is Draftosaurus. This box is beat to heck because it's used so often. Draftosaurus, you're drafting dinosaur meeples, putting them into your various parks. Key thing here is it's actually really simple. It is. So you can teach it in a minute, and I haven't had anyone not enjoy it. So both of these.
Yeah, and the dinosaurs are just so freaking cute. And like the $20 price tag is worth the dinosaurs.
Dinosaur meeples.
Yep.
Happy Friday.
Hi everyone, we're the Shallow Gamers, and here are our picks for our favorite accessible games.
My one's Grim Masquerade. I love that you get to keep your character hidden. It's also my favorite game on the board game shelf. Mine is Camel Up because you really roll the dice and then a little die comes out.
Alright, and for the adults, our pick is on Mars. That's not accessible. Hold on. What's our pick?
Our pick is Cartographers. We love this game. It's easy setup, simple rules, and a really fun puzzle to solve.
Okay, bye for now, everyone. And don't forget to stay shallow!
Hello everyone, I'm the other Josh. On today's theme of accessible games, I'd like to talk to you about Arboretum. So Arboretum is a tableau building game where you're building little paths of trees to see who can score the most points for the best paths. I like it. I think it's accessible because it's easy to teach, easy to learn, easy to play. One of those easy to teach, hard to master games. I find it accessible not only for its teachability and replayability, but also because each of the card suits, which are a different tree, are numbered 1 to 8. Each suit has a different color of tree and shape of tree, but also has the name of the tree on the bottom of the card. I've had a lot of success teaching this, playing this. It's one of my absolute favorites. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all have to say in your videos and your comments. Have an awesome Friday.
Hi, it's Barb, Maple PhD, and the most accessible game on my game shelf that I will pull out with anybody is Cat Lady. This is a fairly simple drafting game where you have a grid of cards and you are taking 3 on each turn. This is a bit of a point salad game, which could be a bit of a barrier to some new players, but I find that the theme just holds it all together. You know you want the cats, you know you need to feed them and get exactly the right food for them. You want a variety of different toys to keep them entertained. I have played this with my nieces who are more than 20 years younger than me, my aunt who's more than 20 years older than me. I like to pull it out as a filler game. And so for me, Cat Lady has got to be the most accessible game on my game shelf. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday, everybody. We're Box Meeples. I'm Libby and this is Julian, and you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube. This week we're talking about accessible games, ones that suit everyone.
I'm really enjoying Seven Wonders Architect recently. In this game, players are building one of the 7 wonders of the world. Setup is simple. Everyone has their own unique player tray, and in that they've got everything they need to get started. You can get the game going in less than 15 minutes, and that includes explaining the rules, because the game's simple. You choose a card from your left, a card from the right, or a card from the central pool. And regardless of which one you pick, you feel like you're progressing in the game because you're either building your architecture, you're arming up ready for potential war, or you're getting immediate points. So people new to gaming will be able to pick this game up quickly and get going straight away. But for people who played a lot of games, there's a surprising amount of tactics that go on beneath the surface to really allow them to get a head start and get a leg up in the game.
This week I'm choosing the exit games. We've recently played the Lord of the Rings one. We do have a longer video if you want to know more about the exit games. There's such a huge range in the exit games. There's always something there that's really appealing and suits whoever you're playing with, even if you're not into Lord of the Rings. Some people aren't. Then you can maybe go for the Enchanted Forest. But I just think they're really accessible to younger ones, to new players. There's always going to be a riddle in here that's going to suit you. So even if you're not too great at one of them, you might be the best at the table at another. So each time you solve a riddle, you get that sense of achievement and excitement. Unlike some of the other escape rooms style games, there isn't a big timer at the end that if you end up exceeding that time, you feel like you failed, but you kind of finished it. This one works in a slightly more soft way, which basically just gives you points depending on how long it took you, how many hint cards you needed. Those hint cards are there, so especially for beginners who aren't sort of familiar with that kind of thing, they're a real step up if you needed it. And I just think each time you solve something, it just gives you that such a good high that it really sort of draws you into this world of gaming.
Hey guys, this week's topic is a game that's very easy to play basically. I was about to pick Point Salad, but my girlfriend really convinced me that it's going to have to be For Sale. Oops, that's backwards. For Sale. It's super easy. I can teach this to my family and play easily. And they're not much board gamers, so For Sale. See you guys next time.
Hi, we're the Hendersons. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Deb. And this week's game, what is your favorite?
Well, on an easy to learn and easy to explain game, I hope I can do it with Illusion. You've got 4 different colors, so you'll draw one of these cards, yellow for example, and the first card is just going to go down. And that's how much yellow you either have to guess there's more yellow on this card or less yellow on this card. And the next player will also get a card and try to guess how much yellow there is and where it goes in the line. And then the next person can either do that with their card, or they can just say, I think it's wrong, and flip them over, and the percentages are on the back, 6%, 12%, 26%. So I was wrong, they were in the right order, so the person before me gets the point. What game do you have, Deb?
I have Martian dice. This is a game where you're the Martian and you have come to Earth to get food. Now, you need to watch out for tanks. When you roll the dice, you need to make sure you wind up at the end of your round with more ships than there are tanks. And as long as you can keep ahead with the ships, then you can start stockpiling. You can either pull cows or chickens or humans. Easy to do. The rule book is just one page, front and back.
Are you sure they're food? They're not just samples?
Depends on how big the Martian is.
Thank you for watching.
Happy gaming.
Hi, I'm Josh from the mostly hobby-related YouTube channel Josh Yaks, and I appreciate the topic of accessibility because I am, in fact, disabled. Now, you wouldn't necessarily know what to look at me because my disabilities are non-visible. However, the kind of embarrassing truth is that after 16 years of working on ambulances as a Toronto paramedic, I lost my ability to work and became totally disabled due to a combination of physical health problems caused by Crohn's disease and mental health problems centered around PTSD. The way they impact my gaming tends to be with energy levels, with my ability to concentrate for a long period of time, and my ability to interact with other people, particularly with strangers. So the game I've chosen for this topic that I find is easy to deal with, because it's just a two-player game with quite simple rules, is Mr. Jack in New York. It is a game that is one that doesn't present any particular challenges to me. In addition to that, it also has nice big chunky components that are easy to handle, and it doesn't have any colorblind issues because it uses pictures and symbolism so that it doesn't completely rely on colors. So, Mr. Jack in New York is my pick.
For me, it's going to be Splendor. Splendor is a super simple, easy game where you're just collecting chips and making little combos of things together. Really easy game that really anybody can play, and it is a lot of fun building up those tiny little combos of just the different colors that you need to try to get the points that you need to win the game.
Assalamu alaikum. My game of choice when it comes to accessible game is going to be Silver and Gold. First of all, flip and write or roll and write games are much more easy for people to get into because they are not as daunting as big Euro games with a lot of components or have any plastic miniatures which is going to scare away people. So these make people comfortable. Okay, I have just a piece of paper and a pen. Okay, now what do I have to do? So the people are more easily coming towards it. Then secondly, there is no secret information. There is no secret hand of cards. Everything is public information. Everyone is playing around the table, so you can help them make better decisions while they are playing as well. So again, that makes these kind of games more accessible. Now the fun thing about Silver and Gold, that it's kind of bingo-ish. You flip a card, whatever is the symbol, and these are Tetris type shaped symbols which everyone is familiar with. You see those symbols and then you just have to draw that symbol somewhere on your piece of map that you have in front of you and try to complete the maps that you have. And that's it. Then the other things, bonus things can come. Ooh, how do I get more gold coins? At what time should I cut more palm trees? At what kind of set collection do I need to do? So all those subtle things will come as you get to play as well later on, which are satisfying for gamers as well, but still make the game fully accessible to anyone who plays bingo can come and play Silver and Gold as well. And that's why this is my game of accessible choice, which gives fun to everyone. That's it for me. Happy gaming.
Kimberly here from Tabletop Tolson. And when I think about games that change the landscape and allow new gamers to enter this hobby, it's Wits and Wagers. So everyone might think that, oh, board gaming is just Trivial Pursuit. No, it's not. And Wits and Wagers changed that. It radically altered the idea of using trivia in your game, but not making that the only aspect of your game. What about you, Aunt Patty? Wow, Kimmy Sue, what a good choice. For me, it's Nyctophobia. Players wear these blackout glasses, and then they have to feel their way through the maze to escape the killer. It's really cool.
Hey, Favorite Game Friday, Jared here again from the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel, home of board game tutorials, news, and a podcast. And today we're talking about accessible games easy to bring to the table. This one I'm going to pick is Flashpoint Fire Rescue. There's so many expansions to this, but even just the base game, super accessible. The gameplay itself is not too difficult to teach. It's a lot of fun. It's a cooperative, so also easy to get to the table, regardless of, who is playing, whether they're new or hobbyists. It's just fun. You're working together. You're rolling dice. You get to use special abilities. You're firefighters. It's just thematic. It's fun. It's easy to get to the table, and I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. Flashpoint and any of its expansions, all really good stuff.
It's awesome to have games that are super accessible and really easy to bring anybody to the table. If you have a game that you think is super accessible, make sure to leave that in the comments down below, especially if it wasn't mentioned here on Favorite Game Friday. Also, make sure to check out all of our contributors that join in here on Favorite Game Friday. It's awesome to have people from the community join in and submit their videos every week, and it's just a blast to see the community come together around board gaming. If you'd like to be a part of Favorite Game Friday, all you have to do is shoot a super short video and check out the Google Drive link down below. You put that video inside that Google Drive, and then we will have it up for next week. Next week, we're going to be talking about games that are hard to get to the table. What's a game that you really love and you really enjoy, but you haven't been able to play it as much as you'd like? Maybe there's a gigantic epic game and the time frame makes it hard to get to the table, or maybe just putting all the pieces together in the right order, or like getting everything ready to play the game has made it hard for you to get the game to the table, but you still really love the game and it's one of your favorite games. Make sure to leave that in the Google Drive link down below, and it'll be a part of Favorite Game Friday next week. It'll be awesome to have you here. Anyway, I'm Roy Kennedy, and I'll see you on the next one.